Uniswap v3 liquidity pools are now live on Bittensor. To find out which subnets have enabled Uniswap liquidity, you can come to the subnet page where we list all of the subnets. And you can see the column here for v3. And that shows that Celium subnet 51 has turned on the Uniswap v3 liquidity pools. And you can sort this so you can see all of the subnets that have turned on liquidity positions. You are an account holder. You may have noticed that in your tabs here of balances, transactions, transfers, extrinsics, there's a new section called liquidity positions. And this will show all of the open positions that you have on different subnets. And so you can see how much Tau was added initially, how much there is currently, and the change. Same for alpha, your initial alpha, the current alpha, and the change. And then you can see the price range that you set for your liquidity position. What's the minimum and the maximum value where you will be earning percentage of all of the staking fees. And then we also calculate over time how much Tau has been earned in fees and how much alpha has been earned in fees. And then is it open and how long ago it was open. As I showed at the beginning of the video with the list of subnets, Celium subnet 51 has activated Uniswap v3 liquidity pools. So just keep in your head that the price is 0.0797. You may start here where you see the buy and the sell, how you buy and sell Tau and alpha inside the subnet. But you'll see the new tab called liquidity. And this is only present on subnets that have turned on the liquidity positions. So now we can add liquidity, but you can also see a chart below of all of the positions that are open. And you can see there's 11 entries. We're showing 10 of them. The initial Tau, the current Tau, the change, and then how much they've earned. We also show whether it's active or not. And so your liquidity position becomes inactive if you're outside of the range. So remember the price is 0.079 something, and this one has a maximum price of 0.08. So if the price goes up just a teeny bit, this liquidity position will be outside of the range and it will become inactive. You can also filter for all closed positions, all positions that have ever been opened historically on this subnet. This position is over the entire range of prices from 0 to infinity. When you want to set a liquidity position, you have to connect your wallet, and then you decide the price range. And you can do the full range from 0 to infinity. Now, subnet prices can't actually ever be above 1. And really, most of them are about 0.1, 0.2 if it's a very high price subnet, and obviously a lot of them are lower. It probably doesn't make sense to go the full range. You probably want to set a custom range. And so if you remember, the price is 0.079, so maybe we go 0.05, 0.1. That's a decent sized range so that we're less likely to fall out of, the price is less likely to fall out of the range. We could go tighter if we wanted to. And then a higher proportion of our alpha and Tau would be on each tick. But if the price changes, then we'd be out of the range. So once we've decided on the range, then we can decide how much Tau and alpha we want to deposit. And I don't have a lot here, but we can go with 0.007. And it will tell us how much alpha has to go to fit both sides of our range that we're setting. And that'll be calculated for you. That's calculated by the chain. When you click add liquidity, your position will be set on the chain. If you change this range to be skewed one way or the other, so let's say if I made this instead of 0.1, I made it 0.3. Now it's the expectation, the lower bit is smaller than the higher bit, and it's going to dramatically change how much alpha I need to put in. I mean, in this case, I don't have enough, so I'd have to do less Tau to get that alpha in, just because the ratios have to add up, have to be equal. If you want to exit your position, you can come to here to your positions, and you can see here there's a button that says exit position. And when you do that, what ends up happening is the alpha is put back as stake to the validator, to Taostats. The Tau is released as free Tau. And then the fee that you've earned is free Tau, and the fee alpha is staked to Taostats. So here's an overview of how you can set prices, add liquidity positions using Taostats. If you need to make a change to that position, right now we don't have a modify, so you actually have to exit the position and create a new one. But since there are no fees on creating or exiting a liquidity position, there's no cost to do that. So thanks for watching. And if you have any questions, leave a comment down below and we'll post links to the previous video describing how liquidity positions work in general. And then subscribe to the channel to get the latest information on the Bittensor network and updates at Taostats. Thanks for watching.